Hey everyone, today's video is all about the buzzing news. Is TikTok facing a ban in the US? So buckle up as we're diving deep into the reasons behind this potential ban, what US and China are saying about it, and what it all means for you, the user. The potential ban, why is this happening? Let's start with a big question. Why is a ban even being considered? Well, the primary concern lies with TikTok's ownership. The app is owned by BytedAnce, a Chinese company, and US lawmakers are worried about the app's ties to China. They fear that user data, including yours, collected by TikTok, could be accessed by the Chinese government. This raises national security concerns. There are also fears that China might use TikTok for propaganda purposes. Some lawmakers insist they don't want to actually ban the platform used by roughly 170 million Americans, arguing the choice lies with TikTok's China-based parent company, BytedAnce. So what's the current situation? Hold on, don't panic and delete your TikTok just yet. As of now, things aren't final. The US Congress recently passed a bill that basically gives TikTok two options: either find a US buyer for the app or face a potential ban. President Biden signed the bill into law, but there's a catch. This doesn't mean TikTok will disappear tomorrow. To keep TikTok up and running in the US, BytedAnce must sell its stake in TikTok, and it has up to a year to do so. But the Chinese government, which would have to sign off on any sale, opposes a forced sale. Without a divestiture, the company would anyway lose access to app stores and web hosting providers, effectively banning it in the US. The timeline could be prolonged by an expected legal battle. Why do US officials want to ban TikTok? Lawmakers have suspicions about the video sharing app's ties to China, and they fear that TikTok threatens national security because the Chinese government could use it to spy on Americans, or weaponize it to covertly influence the US public by amplifying or suppressing certain content. According to 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗹, a Texas Republican who chairs the House Foreign Affairs Committee, they fear that the Chinese government could compromise Americans' devices through the TikTok software. He said, "This app is a spy balloon in Americans' phones that is used to surveil and exploit Americans' personal information." Also, Senate Marco Rubio of Florida, the top Republican on the Senate Intelligence Committee, said, "The Chinese government has the ability to influence a lot of young people who use TikTok as their main news source. That's a national security concern." China's response: arguments against banning TikTok. China isn't too happy about this potential ban, you can imagine. They've called it unfair and a sign of us bullying. TikTok has refused allegations that it is under the control of the Chinese government and has condemned lawmakers trying to limit it for infringing on freedom of speech. The social media app promised to fight the law in court, arguing that it violated the Constitution. BytedAnce also claims that the user data is stored outside of China and isn't shared with the government. They're also working on making TikTok's US operations more independent. BytedAnce is fighting back, arguing that a ban would hurt millions of American users and creators who rely on the platform. According to CBS News report, TikTok executive 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗹 said, "We'll continue to fight, as this legislation is a clear violation of the First Amendment rights of the 170 million Americans on TikTok and would have devastating consequences for the 7 million small businesses that use TikTok to reach new customers, sell their products, and create new jobs. This is the beginning, not the end of this long process." China sees this potential ban as a politically motivated attack on a successful Chinese company. They've threatened retaliation, but exactly what that means remains unclear. Further, TikTok CEO Xu Ziqiu said, "The facts and the Constitution are on our side, and we expect to prevail again. The company has invested billions of dollars to secure user data and keep our platform free from outside manipulation. We are not going anywhere."
Hi everyone, it's Shou here. Just wanted to share some thoughts with our US users about the disappointing vote in the House of Representatives. There has been a lot of misinformation, and I hope to clarify some things. Over the last few years, we have invested to keep your data safe and our platform free from outside manipulation. We have committed that we will continue to do so. We know how important TikTok is to all of you. It has given our 170 million users a platform to freely express themselves. We will not stop fighting and advocating for you. We will continue to do all we can, including exercising our legal rights, to protect this amazing platform that we have built with you.
The road ahead, what to expect. BytedAnce has a time limit of around a year to find a US buyer for TikTok. This is where things get interesting. We can expect negotiations, legal challenges as BytedAnce might fight the law, and a whole lot of back and forth. So, should you be deleting TikTok right now? Probably not. Even if the ban happens, it won't be immediate. More importantly, this is a complex situation with a lot of moving parts. You'd likely still be able to use the app for a while, but you wouldn't get any updates and it could eventually become a security risk. There would also likely be legal challenges along the way. The future of TikTok in the US is uncertain. But one thing's for sure, this situation highlights the complexities of data privacy and national security in our increasingly digital world. We'll keep you updated as things unfold. In the meantime, let us know in the comments what you think about the potential TikTok ban. Do you also fear it as a security concern, or do you think it's an overreaction? And what platforms would you switch to if TikTok disappears? Let's discuss. This is your host, Susie, signing off for tonight. Goodbye.